think the big thing is just put out an 80-minute performance. Against sides like Saracens, you can't really slip up. There's no room for error. If you give them 5 minutes where you're switched off, they'll score a try, score 2 tries, and then they'll be chasing the game. So it's just about being switched on for the entire 80 minutes and not making errors on our side. Yeah, I'd say, look, we're going for the win. At the very least 4 points, and then, if push comes to shove and, worst case scenario, we want to be walking away with at least a bonus point, if not 2.
As you said, you've a lot of the stuff done for week 1. We look at a few bits at the weekend that we can improve on, our opportunities that we missed. But it's the same for us as last week. We didn't know what squad they were going to pick, but we just said, look, we're going to concentrate on ourselves going to this weekend, and we didn't concentrate on what personnel they were going to pick too much. Obviously they have a quality squad, a lot of internationals that were playing at the weekend, and if they get a few more back, it's going to be the same for us. It's going to be an incredibly tough game anyway, so we're just mainly looking at what we can do despite what team they pick. I think when we got good set piece ball, we tried our best, and we weren't afraid to play given even how tough the conditions were, and we were unlucky a couple of times not to get away, and the try that was disallowed was called back for forward, but I thought we put them under pressure quite a bit at times when we got good delivery off set piece and quality passing.
We missed a few opportunities, maybe 2 or 3. So look, we know they're a quality outfit. So over there this week, we won't be able to miss those opportunities and win. So it's just on us as a group to get better and convert those chances. It's brilliant. They're the games you want to play. They're the games that coaches will remember, and they'll pick you again for our national coaches will take note, and they're the games everyone wants to be involved in. So no, it's brilliant, and probably haven't been involved in a back-to-back game in a few seasons, unfortunately, due to injuries. So again, you're just more that gratitude piece that you're appreciative that you get selected and go out and play and perform. So really enjoyed last week and looking forward to next week as well.
Great challenge ahead. Beauty of European rugby, all these double headers back to back, and I think you've actually got more analysis to do this week because both teams have gone at each other, and you've got to decide what do you keep and what do you change. We are playing against the very best team in Europe currently, so they've got so much quality within their squad and what they do, and I think both teams couldn't really show everything they had on the weekend because you only had 40 minutes really to do what you want to, ball in hand, just because of the conditions in the second half. So massive challenge ahead, and it was evident when the draw came out that it was going to be a brilliant 2 weeks in terms of challenge, and a lot of times you kind of say it doesn't get bigger than this, but in terms of European rugby, going into London on a Saturday afternoon against Saracens, they're currently the best, so looking forward to see where we are at. Obviously been in serious free test series. My first one was against the English, against Graham, 3 test matches in a row. I think it does come into it, but from the opposition point of view, I think if they were to bring in back George Cruz, the 2 Vunipola brothers, and Owen Farrell, something like 229 tests that comes back into their team. So they're very experienced, and they are very good, and whoever they pick, it'll be a massive challenge from our point of view. We took quite a few knocks over the weekend. It was because of the weather again. There were a lot of collisions, especially around maul, scrum, tackle, breakdown. A lot of things went on in especially the tackle. So a lot of guys took knocks to the head and the neck and the shoulders. So a bit of recovery time needed. We foresee that everybody involved will be available. Look, I think every week you look at what lies ahead. It certainly worked for us this far, but there's you look at game minutes, you look at what the opposition brings, you look at the surface. You look at the possible weather conditions, it looks like there might be another massive wind. So you've just got to look at what lies ahead on the weekend, and make calls closer to the game. It certainly worked well for us, but it's worked well for us before when we've gone 5-3 as well. So I think the biggest difference this weekend to the previous one is the surface. They've been exceptional at the Lions Park. As far as my knowledge goes, they've only lost once there in Europe before against Clermont. So just if you look at that, look at the challenge that awaits us.